So today is February 11th, 2010. It's been a couple weeks since I've had the time to make a video, and in fact I don't even have the time now. I've come down here to Darren's office to hide from Zofia, and I'm not sure I'll get through 10 minutes, but it's been a hectic couple weeks with a little bit of a lull in the last few days with several snowstorms and quite a few cancellations of activities, and Darren's had off work for a few days, so it's been a welcome lull. We've gotten a few projects accomplished around the house and just generally enjoyed the slower pace of things. It's kind of a reminder to me of how I'd like things to be, or the degree to which I'd like to better manage our schedule so that we have more opportunities to feel like this, where there's time to think and time to get things done. Of course, with three young kids, even sitting home all day can seem hectic and busy, but there's a little bit more energy and focus there to give them when we're not running around so much. So that's been nice. I guess the theme of balance keeps coming up in my life. As with everything, that needs to be there, and you know, you want to have activities, and you want to have friends, and you want to be social, yet you also want quiet time and family time and time to think, and if you don't find that balance in the middle, then you start to feel it, and so that's the continual challenge with everything from it trickles down to everything from even food choices, which of course is the focus of my food fog journal and my food journey. And even with food, I've realized that even though I've changed the quality of the foods I eat significantly to where I don't crave a lot of the things I used to crave, I've replaced them with new things, but even those new things that are healthier options can lead to imbalance if they're not used in the proper way. I mean, you know, like raw chocolate or raw desserts and things are great, and they're a real treat occasionally or in a relaxed setting in the right context, but if they're used as a stress reliever continually or too much, then it becomes a vice, or just something that you're using as a way to escape, and it loses its balance, and you lose your balance, and that's not where you want to go. So I've even found with the changes in my diet, I still have to be conscious of how I use food to create balance in my life. And I find when I have those days where I'm calmer and I can spend time thinking, giving thought to you know, what we're going to prepare, and I can do so in a quiet, a little more thoughtful manner, then that balance is there. I feel in alignment with my goals and my desire to slow down and appreciate. But when I'm stressed or sometimes even bored, I think I look for food as a creative outlet sometimes. It's easy to overdo things and lose that sense of balance. And I felt that trickle into my parenting too. You know, you want to be firm and decisive in some areas, yet you want to, you know, show compassion and understanding, and there's that whole spectrum of emotional balance that you have to put forth for your children, so they have a model of how to do that in their own lives. So there's, you know, balance. Balance is always something that we're all striving for, and I think when I'm feeling overwhelmed in my life and lacking a solution to a challenge or whatever, it's easy to slip into looking for those answers outside myself. Like there's going to be some book or theory or even advice from another person or sign from the universe or something that's going to give me the answer. And the truth of it always comes back to that I have the answers. I just have to pay attention. I have to get quiet and go inside myself to find those. And that's what happened way back 5 years ago when I decided to try to take a healthier course in my life. I had to really release that hope, that understanding, or that feeling that something out there was going to give me the answer and the solution to why I was always out of control and compulsively overeating and why I was feeling all these things. And it really came back to being me. I'm the one that had to look inside myself and feel those feelings and navigate those feelings one step at a time, one day at a time, one feeling at a time, and kind of rewire the thought process. And it works. It works incredibly well. You just start thinking differently about things and you start feeling differently about things. And then when you start feeling differently, you start believing that those changes are possible and that you are able to empower yourself and to make changes in your own life. It's not some outside source that you're going to have to wait for in order to make a change. And we all know this, but it really have to experience it on a gradual, specific level to see it happen in your own life. You have to pick an area that's very challenging for you, whether it's weight loss or parenting or relationship, nagging, for example, your spouse. You have to pick one of those things and try to really focus on it and say, okay, I'm going to think different. When I find myself in that state of feeling where I'm just unhappy about that feeling, I'm feeling whatever it is, anxious, stressed, mad, overwhelmed, I'm going to go with that feeling and offer a different behavior in response to it. And over time, if you consistently think that and change the thought when that feeling comes up, things change. But it's just like everything else. It's just like exercise. It's a practice. And if we don't continually practice, and there's a degree of faith in there, not in a biblical or strict religious sense, but there's a faith in yourself that process will lead to change, the change you want. And that's been my biggest challenge, is just sticking with it, knowing that even when things feel hard, when I go with those feelings, that if I'm cognizant of them and watch my responses to those feelings, that things will improve. So and it's been fairly consistent in my life. I just have to continue to navigate that. On that note, this week we made vision boards. We've done this a couple times in our family life, and it's a really fun process. We got out, took all the topics of our life, like health and money and family and friendships and fun and all the things that are important to us. And then we made like subcategories off of each one of specific things we want to accomplish, and then we'll spend the next year envisioning them, believing them into reality. And this is our test. This is our fun experiment. So we're looking forward to playing with that idea. Pretty much that's the focus of this week, other than being snowed in. So that's it.